Concept of a building in Korea that was never built. Reminds me of that tragedy. Yep, we'll never forget it. R.I.P. Titanic. Are you stupid? He's clearly talking about 9/11. No, I think he was talking about the Titanic, actually. He said that one tragedy, and, you know, the Titanic, that was a tragedy. That was a thing that happened. This video brought to you by my YouTube members and patrons. Thank you, guys. How's it going, everybody, and welcome back to another subreddit video. Today we're going to be returning to r/whoosh, a subreddit I haven't taken a look at in some time. This is a subreddit dedicated to people missing the joke just whooshing over their heads. That's where it gets the name. Very quickly before we begin, I just wanted to mention that I will be live in 2 hours as of this video going up, so if that is something that interests you, please do come along, as my live streams are always a good time, and I love seeing you guys there. Also, YouTube members and patrons, you guys get an extra video every single week for as low as £1 a month. That equates to about 25p per video. So if that is also something that interests you, please do consider supporting the channel, as it genuinely helps a lot. Other than that, let's get into the subreddit, shall we? Beautiful cat with homophobia. Heterochromia is the word. No, it's definitely homophobia. We have a cat with homophobia too. His name is Hades. I'll put a picture of him up on screen. True fans will recognize Hades. True fans. That's not Hades. Down there, that's Artemis. Hades he's the big chungus who's currently hiding in a wardrobe. But he has homophobia. I think Leo has gone to get him. Chonk, you look at the camera. Oh no, it's homophobia, boy. Look, get the right angle. Stop, look straight ahead. Look, there we go. Look at you. You big chungus. Oh, go on then. Just cooked my first meal. How it look? Lex Luthor. Hey Superman, you gotta try this breakfast, bro. It's delicious. Now this one's an interesting one because I didn't get that the original was a joke. I just thought that they had added food coloring to their food and someone else had come up with the funny joke, because the reply is also a funny joke. But it's green eggs and ham. I didn't get it at first. I got whooshed by this as well. Like, I had to go to the comments like, am I missing something? Is there a whoosh that I've missed here? Am I getting whooshed? Yeah, turns out I got whooshed. Write your name without AHS. No. You don't have to if you don't want to, that's okay. His name is Noah. That is in fact how Noah would write his name without A and H. Yeah. What would my name be? I mean, if we go with my YouTube name, Blue, it's just Blue. Nothing changes. If we go by my actual name, I'll put it up on screen because I'm too lazy to try and figure it out right now. Society of 77 plus 33 was 100. But that's not true. 77 plus 33 is 110. Well, yeah, that's the joke. They're saying this is what society would be like if it did equal 100. They're not saying it does. They're saying that this is what it would be like if it did. That's the joke, buddy. That's the joke. You were so close to getting it. So close. The Indian restaurant I work for is so secretive, I had to sign a legal agreement that I wouldn't share the flatbread recipe. Just their standard non-disclosure agreement. Google it. You spelled non-disclosure wrong, by the way. If only, you know, there was like a word play on non-disclosure and naan, the type of flatbread. If only there was like a word play that could be used here for a pun on an account called Puns. Perhaps that's like a thing we could figure out. We could probably make a funny joke about that. 28 views in 9 years. Pack it up, bro. It's Drake Hotline playing. Are you guys stupid? It says 2B, not 8. Nah, dude, I think it says 28. I think it says 28 views, obviously. Come on. No one's getting 2 billion views. That's stupid. It's 28. On a serious note, though, I don't understand how it got so many views. I guess it did become a meme, but like, it's such a mid song. It's just so mid. Your English is significantly better than my skills at your mother tongue. Why be so rude? I was complimenting you. You talked about my mother. Mother tongue means the same thing as native language. Sorry, I didn't know that. I thought you were talking about kissing my mother. To be fair, it does sound like, you know, a subtle insult. Like, yes, it's a real phrase, mother tongue, but at the same time, it sounds like you're being a bit snarky, you know? Your English is significantly better than my skills at your mother tongue. Like, yeah, I mean, it kind of does sound like you're talking about tonguing his mother. So, you know, I kind of get it. If you don't know what that means because because it's not your native language. I kind of get the mix up. Noob means new player, not bad player. If those kids could read, they'd be very upset. I think that's the insult though, right? Like the whole reason we call people who are bad at games noobs, which by the way, does anybody still actually do that in 2025? The word's like older than I am, but it's an insult because you're saying that someone who plays the game and isn't necessarily new is a new player. You're saying that they're bad at the game because they seem like they're new, right? The worst insult that I've ever seen during a game wasn't even a deliberate insult, right? I was playing Dark Tide with a friend of mine, and someone in the chat in our game just started giving him advice. They were like, oh, this is how you dodge in the game, and this is how you do like these things, and here's how you can like improve and not die. And we were just there like, man, my friend is not new. He's not new at the game, and that made it so much worse. It just made it hit like such a worse insult. The fact that he's not new at the game, he's got quite a lot of time in the game, and this person was earnestly giving him advice. It made it hit so different. I agree. I have 104 IQ, which is 4 points above the highest score possible. Presidents should be required to at least have a 90. 100 is barely average, you mediocre clown. I can't believe this guy just called our coach, the greatest coach of all time, a mediocre clown. I mean, come on. I bet this guy doesn't even have a waterbed, you know? I haven't looked at 3-year Letterman in a long time. Man, I am slacking. But also, 100 is barely average. The way that IQ is set, 100 is the average. That's how that works. It's not barely average. 100 is meant to be the flat average IQ. That's how IQ works. ChatGPT, how many I's in strawberry? There is one letter I in strawberry. Why does AI struggle with strawberry so much? Can't spell stupid without AI. But there's no A in stupid though. That's the joke. That's the joke is that the AI misspells things, and it put an I in strawberry and there's no I in strawberry, and there's no A in stupid, but an AI is stupid, so it put an A in there. That's the joke. 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 It's a me, the joke. I think I'm losing my mind. Also, I have a weirdly blocked nose today, and I don't know why, but I cannot breathe through my nose. Goat of all sports. Wrestling is not a sport. I don't know why you added John Cena. John isn't even there, mate. Hating on purpose. What do you mean? He's definitely in this picture. You just can't see him. On a real note though, while wrestling is scripted, you know, and the events of wrestling are all scripted, and it's not a real sport in the sense that people aren't actually competing to win, it is still absolutely like a sport that requires like an insane level of athleticism to be able to participate in. Like, you need to be ripped to participate in wrestling, because you have to be able to lift someone else's body weight above your own, and you have to be able to take falls from like 6 feet up onto that mat. Like, wrestling isn't a sport for people who are weak or have low pain thresholds. I could never be a wrestler is what I'm saying. Erica/German military march box. So relaxing. I fell asleep in 9 minutes. To be honest, you just said no minutes. Yeah, it's wordplay. It's a funny joke, because 9, the German word 9, sounds like 9 as in 9, the number. So it's a wordplay. It's a funny wordplay joke. And also, arguably, that aspect of the joke, if not deliberate, still makes sense, because no minutes, I fell asleep in no time. That's the joke. Duh. Flat earthers can't explain this. Neither can people who believe the earth is round, because it isn't proof. It's the camera, numpty. If it were, it would mean the earth is the size of a building. You a flat earther? Because it's just a joke, bro. Also, the earth's round. This isn't even a dispute. You know, this is only a debate because flat earthers want to be different, right? But the earth's like indisputably round. The earth is indisputably, irrefutably, objectively proven round. It's an oblate spheroid. We have evidence. We have just irrefutable evidence of the fact, including the fact that people have been to space and physically looked at it. I don't really know what more evidence you could have than, yeah, there are people that have physically seen it in space and have photoed it. But, you know, I genuinely, it's one of those things that I don't know what could actually prove to flat earthers. I feel like you could take them up in a rocket ship and they could physically witness Earth being a sphere firsthand and they would still try and explain it away, you know? Looks the same to me. The PC master race wants you to think that 60 FPS is better, but this image proves there is no difference. 30 FPS and 60 FPS. Yeah, they look the same to me. They look the same. This is the same picture. You have to see it moving. What? How am I supposed to use a picture evidence if it has to be moving? That's silly. You can see right here in this picture that they look exactly the same. Why would I need to see it moving if the pictures are exactly the same? Silly man. Mechanic here with over 142 years of experience. It won't crack the metal. We use this every time. 142 years? Pretty sure cars only started to exist about 100 to 120 years ago. Well, first of all, cars actually started to exist around 140 years ago. The first petrol car, at least, was invented around 140 years ago. But also, mechanics existed before cars. You don't have to exclusively be a car mechanic. There are other types of mechanic. Mechanics existed working on machinery before cars existed. The cars existing wasn't like, I'm the first mechanic came into existence when the first car was created. No, mechanics existed. There are more hydrogen atoms in a single molecule of water than there are stars in our entire solar system. It's true. This is a fact. A single water molecule has 2 hydrogen atoms, bruh. I think you mean a drop of water. How many stars are in our solar system? There is 1 damn star in the solar system. It's not too late to delete this. That's the joke, buddy. They didn't say galaxy. They said solar system. There's 1. There is Sol in our solar system. And the final... Oh no, that was the final post. That is where I'm going to end the video, everybody. So I hope you have enjoyed. If you would like to support me in making more content like this, then I have a Patreon in the description down below, or equally you can click on that join button on the channel to support me. It helps a lot more than you might realize, but by no means should you feel like you have to. I'm going to keep making content regardless. But a huge, massive special thank you to all of the wonderful YouTube members and patrons that do support me. All of your names are up on screen right now, and it genuinely helps so much. So thank you to everybody that does, genuinely. If you would like to support me, you get an extra video every single week, and that's for as low as £1 a month. So please do consider it if you would like to do that. You get basically a video for 25p every single week. So that really helps out the channel if you would like to do that. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you have enjoyed. And as always, I will see you in the next video. Peace out.